Get right into it. With this first exercise, we are going to be applying a conditional formatting rule to our acreage column here in E. And with that, we're going to have any homes with more than 20 acres. We're going to call those out. So let's go ahead and do that right here. Control Shift down, highlight everything. And with that, we're going to click this conditional formatting. And with the conditional formatting, you can see that we have highlight cell rules, top, bottom, data bars, color, scales. We're actually going to go to the highlight cell rules, and we're going to be doing anything that is greater than 20 acres. So we're going to do greater than. You can see it shows 14.9 as the halfway mark, but we're actually going to do 20. And we're just going to leave it with the Excel autofill as light red fill and dark red text. I'm going to hit OK right here. And I'm just going to drag throughout. So as you can see, anything that has more than 20 is now color coded in red. That's great. It is a very useful tool as far as when you want to visualize your data. Now we can go on to exercise 2. And with exercise 2, as you can see, we have a total 2020 sales. With this, we are going to want to apply a data bar to the total of 2020 sales, and we're going to give some scale to the numbers. Let's go ahead and highlight it there. Go back to conditional formatting. As you can see, we have color scales right here. It says apply a color gradient to a range of cells. So we are going to go ahead and use this light-ish to dark green, but that doesn't look exactly how I want. So we can hit more rules, go down here to color, and like I said, we want the lowest value to be a lighter color, so we can use this light green. And we want the darker to be a larger value, so let's actually use this darker green. Hit OK, and there we go. All the light colors are lower and all the darker colors are larger. Looks great. Very easy to visualize as well. So yeah, for our third exercise, we're going to want to come back here to home sales data. And in the home sales data, we are actually going to want to create a new column called sales month. And we are going to do that on the right side of sales date. So we come to I, we're going to insert a column and call this sales month. Now we're going to populate this column with a formula that returns the name of the month in which the home was sold. So basically, for example, if the home was sold in 8/6/2021, we're going to have the column have the value of August for that row. Now, when it comes to this, we're going to want to use the sum, or we're going to want to name this with the sales month. So we can come up here, we can go ahead and do equals, and then after we're going to want to do text since we want the sales month. So we're going to tab over, and we're going to be wanting to use month. So we're going to use MMM. Make sure to put quotations, and then we'll close that off. Looks like we've entered two main arguments. Let's see what I did wrong. I forgot to click on the value. So before here, click on H2, add a comma. Now let's hit enter. Looks like we have February as it. Okay, great. Looks like we have anything that's in the sales month in this I column going down relating to the H column. By now, I feel like we have a pretty good understanding as far as data visualization. So with this, we're actually going to want to come over to our exercise 3. As you can see, we only have month, but we don't have west, central, and north. So if we look over here, it goes ahead and shows our region as well. We're actually going to not want to go through with this exercise. Instead, I'll just show you a smaller, more easier to digest exercise. With this, we are actually going to be creating a model or chart And with charts, they're a very powerful tool in Excel. They give visual representations of data, and they provide a summary and insight. Excel has many charts, but there are a handful that are used more than others. We can go ahead and get into that by hitting Insert. And then up here in the ribbon, you'll see recommended charts. Now what we are looking for is going to be this column chart. So we're going to use the clustered column and bring it over here. Now you can see we have a chart design tab that pops up. With this, we're going to click select data. You're going to want to ignore this chart data range up here when you're first starting and come down to the legend entries series. Hit add right here. We're going to want to enter a name. So for the name, we're going to do the total 2020 sales. And for the series values, we're going to want to add all these values currently here. As you can see, everything was plotted very nice. Now with the horizontal category, what we're going to want to do is enter in all the agents over here. So it looks like we have added all the agents. The chart is now looking very nice and clean. As you can see, we have this Y and X axis looking their best. With this, we can also change the colors. Coming up here, we have colorful as well as monochromatic. I'm just going to stick with the basic. We also have different types of chart styles depending on what you're looking for. Now, say we were to do this style 5. As you can see, the numbers are not looking so nice. With this, we can actually have these edited and add chart elements. And what we are going to want to do is chart title and keep the total 2020 there. Have our axis title. Or first, what we want to do is have our legend or data labels at the top. So let's go ahead and do these data callouts. With this, we can extend our chart as far as we want. Now we can see all the numbers. Okay, great. So this is how you create a chart. Say you wanted to have it edited into a line chart. So we can right click on that, come all the way down to Format Chart Area. Or first, what we're going to want to do is change the chart type. As you can see, here is our current chart, but say we want a line chart. We have different types of line charts, as you can see, but we'll just stick with this basic line chart here. So we'll hit OK, and now we have a line chart added. There's lots of fun things that you can do throughout. As far as filling, we can have like pattern fills, different styles, just to make your data stand out more. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video on data visualization, and tune in for our next video. Thank you.